So let's do then what is that, part 5 now?
Fully asleep.
Part 5 of the live session with the HTC Flyer. In this session we're going to do performance tests, and I'm going to do a quick, maybe a very quick comparison with the Galaxy Tab as a sort of round up. The live session will carry on after these videos where we do some apps testing for people, but there won't be any more recorded parts of this video. So let's get to it. We've got four applications we want to use for testing. We did the Sun Spider test earlier and got 2,500 milliseconds, which is very respectable for a single core device indeed. So we want to do Quadrant. We'll do Quadrant first. This is the standard edition of Quadrant, so you won't see the breakout of the performance, but we'll get a good feel for it. And what you should see is something close to 2,000 on here, which out of the box is pretty good. I think the Galaxy Tab is still knocks around 1,100 because of its very poor file system speed. Later cooked ROMs for it have improved that a lot, and there are a lot of devices out there with cooked ROMs that will beat the Flyer result you'll see here as well. So let's just quickly let that run through. Graphics on this is Adreno 205, I believe. Adreno 205. Qualcomm bought Adreno from, who did they buy it from? I can't remember now.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm not into benchmarks. Really.
Right. 1943, so beats a standard Nexus 1 Droid, and it beats everything. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So I won't talk too much about the results. People will be able to compare them. Right, let's do NeoCore. NeoCore is a graphics test, but I think this is an Adreno test. It's a Qualcomm test, so it should work. It doesn't work with, for example, Tegra devices, but it should work with this one. Oh, run. Okay. And we'll be looking for, I think, frames per second on this. Benchmark. Try to zoom in on this so you can kind of get a feel for it. Of course, the resolution of this recording isn't exactly fantastic.
Yeah, but we can see it.
You'll be able to
cool
see frames
looking.
per second.
Yeah.
Any dropout. This 100% smooth so far. And we'll let it run through. Has anyone in the chat room got any NeoCore scores? I can't remember what I got on the Galaxy Tab. I think it worked on the Tab, but that's it. ATI. Qualcomm bought Adreno from ATI and then AMD, right? Yep, I think that's right. Okay, we've just got to let this one run through. So has anyone got any NeoCore scores from their devices that they want to offer up?
Yet. No, let's wait if anyone in chat can post theirs.
Yeah.
There's in and talking about performance on these tests, some of them are optimized for some of them are not. We have dual core, single core, and so on. So they give you good view, but not necessarily all the things. Same goes with file system compared to actual speed and so on. But if I ask you, what would you say right now best CPU GPU pair on these tablets, like Tegra, Samsung, and Qualcomm compared to together? Anything you could?
Well, I think there's still limited value in dual core right now because the OS layer is not optimized for it. So I would definitely go for a higher clock rate single core, and I'm a Snapdragon fan. I think it's been a proven platform. Yeah, I would say this is probably one of my top choice platforms.
Yeah. So this is running 1.5.
Yeah,
gigahertz.
1.5
So
gigahertz.
that's cool.
Yeah. Geez, this test has taken ages. Or have
cool.
I run through like different? Is it running through it 3 or 4 times or something? Yeah, it seems to be running through it again. Or am I just playing a loop or something? I have to stop this.
Intro video of it.
Come on, options.
Oh, you need to click above the benchmark button. Otherwise, it's
otherwise it's
yeah.
doing interactive mode. There you go. Right. So sorry about that.
Is this now core on market or where did you put it?
Neocore's in market. Yep.
Let me test with my Galaxy S2.
So there's some scores coming in from people in the chat room. The Droid X on 2.2 got 41.5 frames a second. Gaon Tech is running it on the Desire and the Galaxy Tab right now. Thanks Shadow for the tip on clicking above the benchmark button.
And again, for developers, please, please, please don't develop for resolution. Develop so that it works.
There you go. 51.1 frames per second. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to write that down. 51.1 FPS. Quadrant was 1960, I think. Right, let's quickly do the Pi test. It's called Benchmark Pi. Benchmark Pi, where are you? At the top there. Getting some feedback from you there, JKK.
Oh, sorry. I'm doing the test too here, and I'm clicking. In my screen, it's also same thing. Have to click above.
671 milliseconds on Benchmark Pi, which I think is pretty respectable actually. Top 10s are from cooked ROMs, and they're around the 300 milliseconds mark. So I think the Galaxy Tab was in the seconds, 2 seconds or something ridiculous. So that's Benchmark Pi. Let's just write that score down, 671. And now we'll do LinPack, and that will conclude the benchmarking tests. Where are you, LinPack? There you go. Run the benchmark.
59 on Neocore, 59.5 on Galaxy S2.
59.5, wow, that's cool. On LinPack we're getting 43.75 megaflops, mega floating point operations per second, which is also pretty good actually. 7.5.
Yeah.
4 Neocore on the Samsung GS2 59.5. Oh, that was yours, sorry. Neocore on the Desire 2.2 got 29.8 frames a second. Neocore on the Galaxy Tab 233 got 53.9 frames per second. That's because it's got the SGX 540 in it, right? Which is a pretty powerful GPU.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Adreno 205 is in the same class as the SGX 540. Alright, that's enough for the benchmarks. What I want to do very quickly now, just a size comparison test with the Galaxy Tab, which we forgot to do earlier. It is slightly heavier. Let me just see the video here.
It is. Which one it is?
The HTC Flyer is slightly heavier.
Yeah.
Not by much, but I don't know. I think I notice it.
Yeah, I did that too when I tested, and people were saying, but Galaxy Tab is plastic and HTC is aluminum. Actually, that's wrong. Galaxy Tab, the main frame, the black stuff underneath the screen is actually magnesium alloy, and it goes all the way to the back too. There's just plastic thing covering the back, the white thing. Everything else is magnesium alloy.
Yeah.
So
It's
they're both
thicker
really
than the
sturdy.
Galaxy Tab by probably 0.5 mil.
Yeah.
Nothing significant. It is wider than the Galaxy Tab by 1 millimeter. It is taller than the Galaxy Tab by about 3, maybe 4 millimeters, and I can show you that sticking out the top.
So not bad at all. The size is
size is good. Size is good. In terms of the aesthetics, well, it's up to you, isn't it? But I don't like the white parts of it at all. I think the Galaxy Tab looks and actually feels better in the hand as well. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
screens on them. The HTC Flyer is a better screen than the Galaxy Tab. Galaxy Tab has this kind of milkiness to it when you go outside.
Which you don't really notice first, but when you start comparing,
When you
will
start
notice.
comparing, wow, yeah, there you go. Oh, wow, that's a dirty screen. Or
Yeah.
the HTC has better color and slightly better brightness, and because it hasn't got the milkiness, it's a little bit easier to read outside. It's not something like readable by a long shot, but it's more readable than the Galaxy Tab. One other test I did today: the Wi-Fi on the Galaxy Tab is not as strong as the Wi-Fi on the HTC Flyer. In my test with my router, I outpaced by about 10 meters the outside test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was significant. It also reconnected to the Wi-Fi much quicker than the Galaxy Tab that it did when it was after it come back into range. So it was significant.
And you still haven't had any problems with Galaxy Tab. At least I haven't. So
No.
this
Oh well,
is
I
pretty-
did. I did have problem with one version of the firmware that dropped the Wi-Fi out.
Okay.
But apart from that, problem seems to be fixed now anyway.
Okay. And talking about sizes, one more time, 7 inches doesn't mean it fits the pocket nicely, because Playbook, yesterday you were playing with that too, and it's wide. It's quite
really,
wide.
really wide. It just fits into the pocket like it's a real squeeze, though. You wouldn't want
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
want to do it. Well,
So jacket
I mean,
pocket, like
average
if you have a
jeans pocket.
suit pocket, it's too tight. Same with a jeans back pocket. It's too wide.
Yeah. Right, taking a battery figure now. We are at 23:10. Good. Right, that's the end of, well, that'll be part 5, I guess, of the live sessions, which concludes the recordings for tonight. We're going to hang around with the guys in the chat room now and do some app tests and anything specific. I'm going to crack a beer open and
Ooh,
chat
me too,
to you
me
as
too.
well.
And hey, for people watching the recorded, if you want to see more, ask questions, please subscribe. Twitter, YouTube channel, everywhere where you can find Steve, GP Payne, and carrypad.com, because otherwise you will miss these shows.
Yeah, and these are good. These are held on a bit of an ad hoc basis. When we get devices, we tend to do it within 24 hours. This time we waited 3 days, but we do them fairly quickly. So stay tuned on Meet Mobility or Twitter, Chippy on Twitter, etc., etc. Thank you for watching. Thanks to everyone in the chat room. We had over 900 people come through Ustream so far this evening, with an average of around 70 people watching at any one time. So that's really cool. Thanks to the people that were helping out in the chat room. Thank you, JKK. Check out part 1 to 4 on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Bye. Of course.